I need all the luck you can get. You're gonna tell us when you're ready, right?
Yeah, it should be within like. Yeah, we got.
Gotta get custom to the color. Uh, the core is the pink.
Well, hello everyone, and thanks for joining us here via live stream. Getting this one started with Mr. Evan and Samir. I've seen both of them on the streams a few times, and here we are again. Pretty close to regular time. Well, they are not calling shots; they're only calling the 10 ball. You can see that Samir actually just called the 10 on that one. Looks like he's looking towards that 110 combo. Samir's starting off with a little 6-game lead on this one. Decent little spot for Evan to come back with. Race to 21's not super long. We'll see how this one works out. I think this is about the toughest opponent that Samir's had to face before, so see how he handles this pressure coming in. And Samir starts off with a break. It's close to that 10 ball. Didn't quite get that one in, and looks like he's going to get a nice little roll out of it.
What is this?
Get this one started, being able to watch what's going on here. I'll be back in just a moment.
Ready.
Samir coming through with a nice shot there, and gets a little closer to that 4-ball than I believe he wants to. Have a little bit of a tough time with getting that one. He may be able to pull it over into that pocket. Not going to be an easy one though. See some familiar faces over here in the chat room. How's it going, everyone? And well, yes, 6-0 already. We told Evan to watch out for him, but before the first break even happened, he was already up 6 points. That's a pretty good opponent. Evan chasing around the table a little bit. Is he gonna stop before that 9-ball? Good shot there. A little cut over there in the side. Nice angle to get him back over on the 6-ball. I believe he'll try to get to the other side of it. Back on the same side of the 6 that he is now. Just a little inside English, kind of hold that one in. Swinging away, we got that 7-ball pretty close to that corner pocket. Take a good look at this one. Decides how many rails he wants to run this one around. Possible he could just lay it over on the other side, but it's not typically a style. Let's see how this one works. You've heard me on more than one occasion trying to guess what it is that he's going to do, and it never works out. Gets on it like a champ. Pretty sure I wouldn't have called that one. See, maybe an 8-10 combo coming up here in just a moment. All right, first game goes to Evan. Closes that spot in a little bit. Up in 1-6. Go ahead and change it while we're waiting for them. Mohamed, I have to agree. That's we've seen enough time that Evan's played here, and you really need to jump off to a good lead from everything we've seen before. If you wait till the second half, he's going to catch a win then. So you kind of have to get up enough that it makes it tough for him to be able to come back on. And losing the first game is not a good start. So Samir's going to want as many points in this first half as he can possibly get. Seven down. Good hit on the 1-ball. Leaves a long shot down there for Samir to come back with. Samir taking a good look around that table. Obviously, throughout this match, you're going to see him taking his time, making sure that he looks around the table real good and kind of plans the run out. Let's be real careful of ones like that. So this table's pretty open. This is where Evan takes advantage of a lot of things that if you're gonna miss, that's okay, but you either get a lucky roll or plan a good roll, one of the two. Ooh. Little early mistake from Evan. Samir comes back. Now he's got the advantage of a open table here. Taking a look at where the line he wants to be close to on that two ball. If he could get dead straight on that one, it wouldn't be a bad plan. I don't know if he got quite as much as he would like of it, but it's looking pretty good. Actually, that's about as close to straight as he needs to be. Samir making sure that he's using that that bridge. Don't take any chances on missing these shots. Leaves it good. Got a little bit of a cut. Draw shot of putting nicely on that four ball. Even gives himself enough that he can punch a little bit and leave himself an angle also on that four ball.
Back close to me.
Samir gets a little close to the side rail, so it just makes it a
Mine too.
tiny bit tougher. And play this one center ball. Shouldn't have any problem with coming back down table a little ways to about where he just marked right there. Center of the table, a little close to halfway down. It's a little soft. Ends up getting a little bit of a roll on it. Pushes it forward, gets him right behind the six ball. If he can make a good hit on this one. Now, although they are calling the 10 ball, they're not calling the others. So he could go ahead and plan on just hitting this one with a little extra speed. See if it can find its way to a pocket up table. A really, really close try there. Evan comes back with a very makeable 5 ball. So he plans the that 6, whether or not he wants to leave an angle and go back across table, or if he's just going to try to follow straight into the 6 and shoot that 8 into the right hand side. Goes ahead and spins it down table a little bit. Just taking a look, but if that 8 ball does go in that corner past that 9, it is really, really close. I guess we'll know whenever he shoots this one where he decided on the 8 ball. Would have been one heck of a call. Big stroke on that one. See, he wants to run this one around the table, or if he's just going to go ahead and put this into the right hand bottom pocket over here. Samir looking to backbank the 9-ball, run around a couple rails, and looks like he's sitting pretty good. It's a great shot. Get a whole lot better shot on the 10-ball than where it's sitting right now. We're closing that game out. Oops. I want to click on the right buttons over here. 1-7, Samir gets his 6 games back. Samir lining up really, really close to the middle over. It doesn't really have too much of a shot here on the 1-ball, so we'll probably just see him play a defense and push that cue ball out. I don't think he'll try for hitting the 1-ball. Looks like he pushed it right behind the 8, so I wouldn't be surprised if he decides to go ahead and give this one back. And didn't even get out of his chair, already said, "Yep, that's yours." Comes really close to hitting that 1, and probably the worst thing that happened there, besides obviously the ball in hand, is getting that 2 out of there. Now that 2's wide open. Evan can run for a long time on this one. Ooh, finds a side pocket. Samir gets a little bit of a break there, and the wide open table is now his. Samir looking for that 4-ball in the side pocket. Just needs to roll it up a little bit for a good shot on that 5. Push up a little extra, at least an angle. Not sure which pocket he's planning on going for on this one. Don't know if he didn't run it far enough and was planning on this bottom left, or if it went a little too far and was planning on the bottom right. But now he's got a shot in both. Neither one of them are super easy. Between the two of them, definitely done both of them for quite a while, and met Samir playing League a few years back, and I know he plays in TAP itself, even plays in the APA Masters over here in the Hillsborough, Florida area, and not sure if he plays on any the other APA leagues. Evan's not too much of a doesn't play too much of the league matches himself. He does do a few of the weekend tournaments, and obviously we see him out here a lot. A little bit of a bump of that 9 ball, and I believe he has a shot on the 8 because of that. If it rolled anymore, it was definitely behind that 10. Draw that one back. Ooh, catches the point. It's a little bit of stumbling here at the beginning. Mir, not too easy of a shot himself to come back up to, because he's got a shot on the 1, or excuse me, on the 8 ball. But that 9's not going to be a piece of cake. He's kind of cuddled up a little close to that side rail with the cue ball. But he's going to have to use a whole lot just to make the 8 itself. Of course, that cue ball is going to want to run back and forth, maybe even a little further down here on this bottom side. Decides to try to bank it. Is he going to get lucky? And didn't leave Evan an easy shot. We've seen Evan make a few cuts like this one before, and where that cue ball stops, we don't know. Trims the paint off the edge.
No talking to them.
Samir coming back with equally as difficult of a shot. But I believe from here, if he could make that cut, I think it might actually be a little bit easier to stop it on the to get himself a shot on the 9 ball. Let's go ahead and try for a long bank, and that might have actually worked out pretty well, as that cue ball is buried on that bottom rail.
Oh.
And it did find its way into the corner pocket. A nice little roll there for Evan. That cue ball is going to go about 18 feet down and back up. If that catches enough rail, that'll stay out, and I believe he may have got himself hooked over there. Problem.
Damn.
Such an easy game. Lines that up pretty close to the center where Samir had it. Does not seem like anything went on the break, and I don't know if that 2 ball goes up there or not. Looks like it might go off the rail, but not an easy shot for Samir on that second one. Oh, what a great hit by Evan there. Little masse around the 5 ball. Makes that combo down here. It's going to want a little bit of a breakout here probably, and looks like he got at least part of it. Decent little cut on that 3 ball up here. As for Bank, is it going to stay over there by the pocket? And it sure enough is. Samir starts back off this one with a hanger.
Basically. You can take one.
A little strong on the 3 ball. You can see that 5 ball's next. The orange one is sitting right there by it. Luckily, where the 6 ball's sitting, which is the green one sitting close to that cue ball, it's if he could go ahead and cut this one and make it, it's really not too difficult to get on that 6 ball. It's got both pockets, so he's basically just going from one side to the other on the English. Just probably hit this one just a little bit of top, doesn't have to do anything to it. Decides to try to bank it. That was not an easy shot there. Samir comes back to the table once again with ball in hand. Needs to be a little careful on this one, is that 6 ball gets a really good bump on that one, and it can go on the side. It's a little thin. Wants to be careful of that 9 ball. Might even elect to go all the way up table, but you can see where the 7 ball is. Low rolls that one in, puts the 9 in a little bit of a tough spot. Now I believe with this one, just to kind of help himself out, he's probably better going a little forward, pointing towards that side pocket now. That way he can have a little bit easier way to get back across to this other side for that 9 ball. A little inside English to go ahead and make sure it gets up table. Probably got a little more than he wanted to, but that's okay. He still got a shot down table on that 9 ball. He just kind of let it go a little bit, let that cue ball drift down table, and anything short of that corner pocket should still be just fine. Evan just a little bit past that side pocket, and whoa, finds both points on that pocket. Left it good for himself on the 10 ball. Doesn't get to shoot that one, so Samir's going to have another try at it. Better take advantage. He's not going to get this many tries as this match goes on. Back in the position he just shot from last game. Almost a straight in shot on that 10 ball.
Oh, man.
He does not. Leaves it right in front of that top corner pocket. So Evan gets a little bit of a reprieve on this one and brings it within 4 games.
He's a god. Oh, shit. On that 9 ball I shot. Not bad. Remember? Sure? I made 4 balls on that. Nine out.
Gets a nice roll out of that one. It looks like it's stayed behind that 10 ball. Samir's going to come back to the table with a jump cue. It's a nice roll out of that one as it cross corners over into corner pocket. He's almost straight in. Not almost, but as straight in as you can get on that 4 ball. Looks like he might have enough room to be able to just kind of bounce off that rail, send it to the bottom side, and both that 4 and 6 would go in the side pocket. I think that would be pretty optimal. I don't believe that 6 ball passes. Maybe it does, or he's playing a defense. It looks awfully close for it to be able to make it by that 7. Even from here. He does a good job of getting that down to the bottom rail. It looks like he's going to get more direct into it. Has to bend around the 7 a little bit. So close to that side rail, he may have enough to be able to grab an edge of it. Runs it up a little high. Samir's going to have a shot on the 6. Not the easiest leave in the world on the 7. Does have to watch a scratch if he wants to stay below it. And a little close to rail to make it easy to draw back on top of it. Got to force this one down to the bottom rail and still try to get to the bottom side of the 7. Hits it too hard, goes back across the other side. I believe he can touch the edge of it. Maybe enough to bank it, but that's still a difficult shot.
I gotta hit the 10 ball.
And Samir coming back once again with prime opportunity on that 7 ball. Three ball run out should easily be within his grasp. Samir mixing a little bit of a cut shot there. I believe he's kind of looking a little bit extra at the 10 ball and which direction it was going to go. Caused him kind of pull that one a bit. And oh, comes really close to that side pocket. And somehow or another lines up a pretty easy shot on the 8 ball. Or 10 ball. Wow.
He saw the movie.
Yeah. Free foul coming into play on that one. Evan takes one more. Nope, wasn't a free foul. That's what I get for walking back in trying to figure out what was going on. Looking back over on the other monitor and finally figured out that Samir made one hell of a shot. Mr. Chris White, see over here in the chat. And what do you mean you wanted to play Evan? Been trying desperately all week long to find somebody to play against. Stopped by the house yesterday when Amazon was here, tried to get a game with them. He finally got this one set up late last night. We're getting a good push in the middle of that rack. Unfortunately, got a little bit of top English, drove it to the back rail, and as we know, almost always in a 10-ball rack, that one ball heads back up towards the top. So we'll see one more push here. I've been looking for that long bank shot. No problem at all. Center pocket. Draws that one back very nicely. Gives himself not only a good shot on that 6 ball, but a good angle to be able to bounce it back out for a shot on that 7. A few people over here have been joining our YouTube channel, and I appreciate y'all tuning in. Samir's got, he can make the cut. He may go for the bank. That cut will still, depending on the speed of the cue ball, could still go back and forth. I believe he throws a little bit of outside on that one. It's Evan hooked behind that 10 ball though. Evan brings out, if he's going to switch that out. Okay. That was a pretty big bend he was getting ready to put on that one. Goes ahead and goes back for that pitching wedge. It's a pretty good hit on it, but just does miss the pocket. Samir's got an open shot. Ooh, a little bit of a bobble up table. Evan can 1 or 2 rail this one to get back on the 8 ball. Just wants to get on the other side of the pot or other side of the table. Goes ahead and plays the 2 rails. As long as that doesn't travel too far. It's a little close to his work, but very makeable shot for Evan. Evan with that big stretch on the 8 ball, draw it back just a little bit. Nope, draw straight into it, knocks it over, leaves himself pretty good on that 9 ball. Evan up on this one, still a little bit down on this one, 5 to 8. Spot's cut in half. That one ended up coming up a little bit funny because Evan did a good job of getting that cue ball back up table, which is where we were just talking about that 1 ball normally goes to, but 1 ball just didn't travel quite as far at that time. Still has a good look at the 1 ball. If he decides to play that one in the side pocket, I believe that corner pocket's going to be covered by that 3 ball. Gets a great roll out of that one. He was getting ready to be in a little bit of trouble, stuck behind the 8 ball, but last ball rolling, bumps that 3 ball out. You can see that 4 ball right by the side pockets. The big concern there is going to be that 5 ball. He's going to want to get a little bit high on that one, so he's kind of measuring that one out so he can make sure that he gets the angle, go a couple rails and get above it. Plays that one by the bottom rail, rolls up a little high, it looks like. We'll see what kind of magic comes out of this one. Almost sneaks that one in. Does get on the high side of that 5 ball now. Samir's going to want to get pretty close to that same position or get close to this bottom side pocket that we see over here. I think that's going to be a little tough. He's going to have to kind of finesse that one over there. If he puts a little bit of, because he doesn't want to put too much bottom on it, but does want to put a little bit of left on it. How's it going to come out? That 6 ball going to get into play, and no, sneaks right by it, leaves himself a shot for the corner. Now it's a great shot. I believe that's what he tried to do. Rolls that a little bit too far. Gets it a tiny bit thin. Evan has an open look Got the 5 ball. Not the easiest cut in the world. He's a little bit up table. Makeable nonetheless. Looks like he's still got the right shot on the 6 ball, but it's awfully close to that 10. Great shot and great speed. Well done for Evan. Brings it within 2 games now. Move this up to 8-6. And a well-planned shot on a 3. 4 ball rolls right in front of the corner pocket. Down around, get himself onto the 5. Decides he wants the 5 in the other corner, so let's just bump it out a little bit. Ends up right behind that 10 ball. Now he's right at the jaws of the pocket. Samir comes back to the table and he's got a bank on it. This isn't a gimme considering where that cue ball is sitting. Very good attempt. It's right at the edges of the pockets and not the outcome you hope for. And with a good speed there, rolling right back up for 9 ball. We can see that 10 ball hits straight by the side pocket. And Evan moves within one game of taking care of that spot. Samir starting off okay. Good shot on the 3, good angle on the 5, or 4 to the 5. We go above this 6 ball. He lined up pretty well. A little stop shot on that 6 will go a long way. You see he's got just a little bit of an angle, and it's actually a really good angle here. Putting himself on that 8 ball, and then the only decision is which side of the 9 ball he wants to be on. Like the 9-10 combo, which I don't know if that's going to be preferred. Or stay below it and run that 9 ball all the way up table. And thank you, Brian, for noticing that. It actually switches back and forth between where the scoreboard that you see on the back end there, and keep track of it. If it takes a little while to get up there, sometimes I update it myself and forget to turn it back. So thank you for pointing that out. And we got the score updated to 7-8. Yep, spot's not gone yet. Smear's still a couple games up and almost halfway through. So by the time he gets to roughly around the 11 game mark, he'd like to be about 3 games up, which would make it about even as far as the spot goes. Still 2 games up. So we've got a small advantage to Mr. Evan on over here. With Samir still doing his best to hold his own. Andrew's got a great question over here in the Facebook chat about how are both of the people playing are also watching, and it's funny because Evan does it every time. He'll comment on every match that he's playing in, and he'll sit over on his phone on the other side of the room. Does it every single time. Doesn't seem to have much effect. However, that doesn't exactly work for everyone. We see plenty of people come in as soon as they start seeing a little rezzing going on the chats. You will see their game disintegrate as they play here. I don't think I've seen Samir. I'm sure he's been on his phone at some point in time. I don't see him on it as much, but he'll jump on every once in a while. So if I guess if that's what you're comfortable doing, then to each their own. Maybe taking a walk around the table and seeing how he wants to kick at this one. Moving that 10 ball sent his way. Evan looks up from his phone and laughs a little. Take a second look over here. I'm not sure if it was the stick that hit the 5 ball or if the cue caught it. Looks like the cue that caught it. So in this one, we don't have too many matches that are all ball fouls. I think we've only had one up to this point. But it's cue ball fouls only. Moves that cue ball around nicely, gets himself back over on that 5 ball. Might have to draw this one straight back out. I believe he's going to want to be on the high side of the 6 ball. That 9's kind of in the way a little bit down there, so side rail it's probably going to go. Ooh. Bobbles the pocket a bit. That 6 must have a lane up into the top corner if he just drew it to the side rail. See if Samir's able to take advantage of that. Leaves himself a nice angle on that 6 ball. This little stun shot should put him pretty nicely on that 7. Tries to stick that one pretty hard. Again, on these tables, if you're gonna stroke it hard, again they're not tight. This is not a tight pocket table. They're 4.5 pro cut pockets, but you either find the middle, yikes, or it will throw them back out. And a nice little roll on that one, 9 ball. Didn't have any problem fitting into that corner pocket. Plays it over the other side. And ball should have any problems with the other side. Nine to 8, 1 game difference.
You were going for the 310 combo right now. That's cool.
Doesn't get too favorable of a balance here, and Looks like he's trying for a timing shot, but a 3-ball was too slow. Ball in hand back for Samir. Samir running that one up table. Probably lined up for bottom right corner. And kind of in that good situation where you don't really have to do too much to it. He actually wants to possibly be below that 6-ball. That way you can let that cue kind of run up a little bit. He doesn't have to hit that one too hard, play that well. I would have liked to have been a little bit closer to the 6, a little bit further away from that rail. But it looks like that 7-ball should have no problem passing. We'll take nice angle on that one. That 8-ball does not go into the side pocket, but it does go into the corner, so just rolling it forward. Pocket speed on the 7-ball. Should leave him nicely on the 8. Gives it a little bit bigger stroke there, and bumps the 10-ball. Probably would not have been a bad leave as he had 8 or 9-ball, but not pocket the 7 now. Evan's cue ball, that one's going to want to swing out a bit. I don't know if that 10's going to come into play whenever it comes back up. He might play it a little bit more top, possibly even inside to stay on the left side of the 10-ball. May play just a little bit of top. Nope, just going to draw it. Does manage to make the 9. Pretty sure that one was going to go in, but did he leave himself a shot on the 8? Once you get that cue ball up on that top rail, leaves Samir got a little bit of distance on it, puts that 10-ball over on the corner, or over on the side, excuse me.
My hand's shaking like. It's straight in. That's alright. Don't hit the ring. That's pretty small. Oh, you would have shoot it hard. I'll make it.
Ten ball.
I'm probably going to draw this one back a couple rails, get back over on that 6 ball. And go far enough. Might have stayed on the lower side of it and still had a shot. Taking a good look, and judging by the posture, you'll have to bend that a little bit to make the 3. No doubt he's going to try it, obviously, with the way he's queuing up. Ooh, actually over rotates it a bit. Mir coming back with a easy 3 ball, and even just a center ball would get him where he needs to be on this one. Doesn't want to take a chance of getting behind the 7, so gotta be careful if he decides he wants to try to draw it. Like he's gonna look down table. Either one will be okay after the 4 ball. He just needs to get it out in the middle of the table. The position play on the 6 shouldn't be too difficult. Big draw. Takes a bit of a chance, but gets a great, I'd say a good roll. Not a great. He's going to roll that one forward. Leave himself a cut on the 6, which should come around nicely. Whenever we take a look at the direction that cue ball is going to come around, Huynh decided he wants to be on the high side of that one. Very good choice. Puts a good speed on that 6 ball, brings it back around, leaves himself on the high side just like he wanted on the 7. Nice little bump. Gives himself also good shot. Staying in line. So far, performing a good run out. Little draw shot just to make it a touch easier and sitting pretty. Samir takes it back to 3-point lead. We'll just find another a touch less than halfway. They're gonna take a break real quick.
Dogs. What do you want to call?
Be right back.
Ice cream.
Player will be back in just a moment. See Evan kind of practicing up a little bit here. The other player stepped away. Make a quick call real quick and he'll be right back. Alright, Samir just walked back in, so we'll be starting here in just a moment.
Oh, Alan, come get the dog.
Oh. Nothing. I'll put you up.
Easy in. scratch.
Had a scratch. Easy. Oh. Alright. Oh.
Really nice break from Samir. Open table, and Evan comes back, gets himself hooked by that 8-ball a bit. Maybe kicking at it. Looks like Samir is going to get to take advantage of his break. And barely nicks that 7-ball. And Samir gets to play it where it lies. They're trying to defense send that cue ball down table. Does a good job of the speed putting it onto the bottom rail. It does leave Evan an open shot up in the top corner. We've seen Evan make these kind of shots more often than not. This one's apparently a knot. Accidentally bumps the 10-ball. Samir with an open shot on the 7. I think rather than trying to overwork this ball too much, just roll it forward a little bit. Exactly what he tried. Overcuts the 7 just a hair, and he's actually got a pretty good line on that 7. Draw it back or forward, either one. Looks like he's putting a little bit of draw on this one. And he'll cross over to the other side of the 9-ball for this shot. Ends up running into it. How's his rolls going? Not as good as he'd like. Good defense opportunity. We won't see a whole lot of those out of Evan. That was a smart shot, and the one that he takes. Evan wants to close that gap on the spot that he gave him.
Oh, man. Damn.
He tries to take that one too real, which is a good shot. If it catches that one and goes in, makes it a lot easier for that cue ball to float up behind that 10. Evan with an easy 10-ball. Brings this within 2 games. 11-9. Samir still up by 2.
Is it? Is it not? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, cool.
Sounds like
Mine is an old.
BK2, right?
Yeah, too right.
I have the same.
Use that.
Wish I never.
Old school.
Really good. PQ?
Oh,
PQ?
I've never.
Oh, you shouldn't, man. Cause this tip.
No.
Using like break you and
Cue ball coming back up table once again, knowing that one ball is going to float up that direction.
yeah.
Cue ball is not an easy one to get
I don't know
on.
how to use it. Alan's yeah.
Let's go ahead and punch this one forward 2 rails, probably a 3rd rail over there. On the right side of it. It's a very good combo there. 2 ball comes back out enough to give him an easy shot on that 2. Floats that one forward for the 3 ball back up. It's that one out enough for the 4 ball, but a little straighter than what he'd like to be, and on the rail. Hits that one with a really great speed, leaves himself a 6 ball back up in the corner. Just needs to bump that one forward a little bit, and looks like he's going to go ahead and go around a little bit more distance. Get himself on the 7. Ooh. Overcuts that one a bit. 6 ball goes all the way down table. Does not leave an easy shot for Samir, but does leave a ball that's easy to hit.
Pocket there.
Samir bobbling. That top pocket comes back down, leaves Evan an open shot for the side. Has to go ahead and run that one around rather than pulling it back. Doesn't want to be jacked up on the 9. Slides past it a little bit. He's queuing up to draw this one. Oh. And goes ahead and runs that one forward. Is it going to make it up there far enough? If not, he'll just run it up table and back down. Let's have to run a little farther. Looking pretty good right now, and doesn't get a whole lot straighter. Haven't tightened up that lead that Samir has by one more game. 11-10. One game separates the two of them.
Really? Oh, they
Tradition or
Cue ball and one ball start to float up table. Cue ball, the one ball gets picked a bit and keeps it about halfway, which ends up working out just fine. Should be seeing that one ball travel down here to this bottom right corner. Give him a good angle for getting onto that two ball. Ooh, it's a little bit of a rough bump there, and four ball stays right in the way. Makes a good hit on the two ball. Is it going to make its way to the side? No, it's going to leave Samir a side pocket shot. It looks like that three ball even has a path to be able to make it up to this bottom right corner. Samir could just at least jacked up over that seven, making that a little bit more difficult, but just like that, roll that two ball in. Three ball down here in the corner. I didn't go ahead and put a little bit of draw on that just to make the four ball a little bit easier. Could even play the four ball in the combo with that six. Just depends on his confidence on making the three. Samir looks like he's setting himself up for success over here. Let's leave a little angle, make sure he can get back across to that eight ball. Right. Makes it over there for a makeable shot up in that top corner. Easy shot, maybe even a touch of top English just to kind of kill that bounce a little bit. Once you get a good line on the nine ball, ends up bumping it a touch. Evan has a long shot on the eight. Oh, Heaven hitting it really, really well. Crosses over that 9 ball, finds its way to a scratch. Samir just needs to concentrate on the right angle to put on this one and the right speed to get it back down table. Gets a little bit of a bounce. That is still cuttable, but it's that is not a hanger of a shot. So he's faced with a little bit here. He could play a defense. Evan's not bad at bank shots, but he's not confident with trying to cut that 10 ball, and I could definitely see why he wouldn't be. It's better for your opponent to take the wild shot. It does send that one up a good distance. That was a good way to hit it. Got a really good try on the cut there and comes up a little bit short.
Oh, you had ball in hand.
Samir wants to try that last shot one more time. Or he wants to see how to shoot that last shot one more time.
Yeah. You like that? Bottom out. Bottom. No. Oh, this way.
Oh,
you see
okay,
how much area you got here to play with? Instead of just like
Draw it back like this.
hit. Look at that. You just got to worry about the scratch, but you know, either you go long or short.
Here. Or
Yeah, you go long.
that's gonna try to play the easy.
I probably should tell you after this.
I might get it again, right?
Shit.
Oh man. Now someone again, that's it.
I was like, oh my God, to give.
That's where I got him. That person. Oh, man.
They're making a solid break. Nothing goes in, unfortunately, for him. And I've been shooting to the bottom right corner. People should go one rail, pop back out. Doesn't make the one ball shot, but he's definitely going to leave Samir something.
Oh shit.
I got position. I didn't realize it. Come on, baby.
Got it?
Oh, man. I told us to get together.
We're trying a long cut shot there. Got in great position. As it turns out, gets Evan behind that 8 ball. Makes a good hit, but let's see where it ends up. Shot very close to what Sabir was just getting a little advice on right before this next one kicked off. See if he gets that speed down a little bit. And she rolled up really nicely for him. That gives him a good angle to come back over for that 9 ball.
No.
Makes a nice cut. Wants that to slow down. It just finds that bottom pocket. Ball in hand for Evan on the 10 ball. Obviously tells him don't worry about shooting that one.
That you jump cue?
Evan moves that score up to 11-12. No problem with that 1 ball. Sinks that right in the side. 2 balls next. Probably like to get on the other side of it, but he's got a pretty easy combo if he decides to stay on the left side from the angle that we're looking at here. Next shot being a 3 ball, which you see up close to him. Red ball about the middle way. Looks like he's going to play possibly a carom on this one. Nope, did go ahead and shoot the combo. See where he ends up. Not the favorite angle that he would like. Makeable 5 ball. Put a pretty decent stroke on this one to bring it back down for that 6. Little help possibly from the 8 ball, but still stays up a little bit on the high side.
Oh, you're lucky.
Samir has to be a little careful with this one because the 6 ball's got a couple of different places it can go. He's got a little bit tougher cut into the side and a bank shot. Those are just built in tough. But he really has to be careful about where he gets on that 8 ball. You see where that 9 ball is. He plays that one smart with trying to cut it into the side. If he misses, exactly what happened typically will happen. A big separation on the 2 balls. I'm not sure that he was really trying for that one in the first place because he wouldn't have got shape on the 8 ball. Didn't really play it like he was trying for it as far as the position play on the between the Q and the 8. Evan trying for a really tough cut there. Six ball definitely has a pocket up table. He will be on the short side of that 9 ball going straight up, and with that little bit of angle he has to be careful about how much he wants to push that forward to get onto the 9 or stun it and try to come back out, which makes that shot a little bit tougher. I think that's what he tried to do, but yeah, you definitely have to hit that with some precision there. And if Evan tried that last cut, I'm pretty sure he'll try this one. The ball's going to travel a little bit. Go down table, probably try to miss that 10 ball on the left-hand side. No, he's actually calling for the bank. Or did not call for the bank. It's a little bit short. Is he going to get behind the 9? No, he's not. Leaves an open shot for Samir on the 6 ball.
Yeah.
It looked like that was going to come around nicely, and still leaves him a shot on the 9 ball. That's not an easy shot, but all he has to do is just concentrate on the shot. 5 ball or the 10 ball position's kind of built in, and gives that one a huge swing. I think that thing went about 36 feet.
That's all I have. Not hard.
Samir with another good opportunity just to make the 9 ball. Any kind of stop shot should be just fine. He can run it forward if he wants to and back down. He's got a whole lot of places he can leave position with that 10 ball sitting right by the side pocket. Looks like he's going to draw. And kind of stabs at it a little bit. So Evan only needs to roll this one in. Play off the bottom rail. Should get him there with no problem. Smear signals, go ahead and take that one. Tie ball game. First time this evening. 12-12, race to 9, spots gone. Evan once again making a successful hit. It does roll that one out far enough for Samir to have a shot on the 1 ball. I've been taking a look to see if he can get this one around 2 rails rather than trying to draw it. He does get that. And it looks like that 6 ball might have gotten away, but does he have a combo? Yeah, something. It looks like he's still going to get a good roll out of it. Yeah, I believe Samir can only see a piece of that one in the first place. Hits that one little part that he could see and hopes that something finds its way in. Does not, leaves Evan a shot on the 2, but the 3 is part of the problem. Almost became more of a problem with that 8 ball, but does have an open shot on the 3. He's going for the 10. Nope, goes for the 6. Looking pretty good from here. 5 on the side and cross back over to the other side of the table. Takes a long route to get there, but same result. Comes out with plenty of room. Got his choice, top corner or side pocket. Just depends on where he wants that cue ball to travel. Spins that one around a whole bunch of rails. There's the 4th one. Shot in the side. Or corner, excuse me. A whole lot of speed. Goes up 13-12. Alright, so here's kind of the key shot on this one. If he's able to get on that 9 ball, we'll see too much trouble. There's nothing easy about this shot. He's got to both run that 8 ball all the way down and get across table. That comes back out, leaves himself pretty good. Looks like he might be a little bit straighter. We haven't seen necessarily a real big draw shot of this one. He's jacking that back of the stick up an awful lot. But if he hits it well, I think he got a little bit of left English on that one, which kind of kills the cue ball. Leaves himself still a shot on the 10. A little bit more of a cut than he wanted. Looks like he hit it good. Has the score back up at 13 all.
Gotta pucker up there. You might have to go to the restroom.
Oh man, that was a tough out. On that.
You know what? How'd you have a draw?
The draw? Oh, because it was so close. Because my handshake was so close, the double did it. The drawback to get him off. My handshake allowed.
Mir makes a nice break there. Oh, or 1 ball, excuse me, hangs right by the side pocket. Are we going to end up with a combo on the next one? But both of them are sitting across that back rail. Makes that a little bit easier. Let's go ahead and draw it off. Nice hit. Has to watch the speed a little bit. Might even want to plan on a little bit of left English just to try to run into that 9 ball. He's go all the way up and back down. It's that 3 ball even a little bit closer for Evan to get back up table. So about the only thing left to be concerned about that 8 ball. Transition from that 7 to 8 to get onto about the only pocket it goes to. Looks like it might be the right side pocket. Wait and see how Evan gets on that 7 ball. 3 balls in the way. Does a great shot on getting that 8 ball freed up. All that work just to help Samir out a little bit. We'll probably play a little draw shot on this 6. Bring it back out. Touch rail, help it come back over across table. And a straight draw shot. Just has to watch the speed a little bit. Probably like to get pretty straight on that 8-ball if he could. Over towards the side pocket. Obviously won't go that far back, but shouldn't have to worry about the 10 getting in the way. It might bump the 10, which would actually help out a little bit. Goes below it, comes back across, and a great shot. It's a nice little healthy bounce. Leaves himself a very makeable shot. This bottom left corner for that 10 ball. Put himself back in the lead. Looks like he's trying to cut it in the side. Nope, decides to shoot it all the way up. Successful shot. Once again, Samir takes the lead. Once again, that 1 ball heads to the bottom of the table instead of the top. I'm trying a pretty good little cut there. Comes up a little bit short. Samir has a 1 and a direction to get to the 2. We'll see if he plays a little bit of rail first. He does just that. 2 balls pretty easy in the side, and that 3 balls just waiting to go up in the corner. Wants to leave that little bit of an angle, so maybe even just a little bit of a stop shot. Doesn't leave as much angle as he would like. A little tough to tell how open that 2-rail shot is. That's just stun that one over. Ends up just coming up a bit short. We'll see if he decides that he wants to play that bank shot, or maybe even try to separate those two out, leaving that cue ball up table and that 5 ball down here on the corner. Does have to be a little careful of the cue ball catching the 5, but if he can successfully get the speed with that 4 up at this top rail, goes for the full bank, comes up a little bit short, hits it with a decent speed. Evan has a tough cut. And swinging away at the cut leaves Samir another side pocket shot. A little bit tougher cut. He's going to have to definitely plan on coming around 3 rails on this one. Watch the speed a little bit. That 5 will head back up to the corner. Going to go over there pretty naturally. Like to get similarly almost exactly where he's at right now, and it's going to run a little long.
Almost got it. Woo!
Almost gets a lucky roll out of that one. Unfortunately, came back and ended up double kissing.
What'd you do? Bank it?
No, I tried to hit this 5 into the 7, but I missed the 7 completely and it came back almost.
Once again, Evan's faced with possible defense, and we'll see if that's the way he decides to play it, or if he just wants to go ahead and get out on this one. Go ahead and roll that one down.
I know.
No issues with the 7 or 8 at this point. Look like it's just kind of just connecting the dots. Top shot on the 8. He can go on either side if he wanted to, but considering he got up a little bit high, probably see him going to the high side of the pinball and back down to this corner. So a little last pocket going on here. Has to draw it to the rail and back up. Is he going to get there? And this is no exception. Just did not work out for him. But now Samir's going to be faced with the exact same decision, just with a little bit more distance on it. Mohamed calling for a safety on that shot over here in the chat window, and he already used up his 1 safety for this match. I don't know if you saw that earlier. Once again, I did save the that safety on replay. So if you'd like to buy it, it's $4.95 on DVD. In the process, Samir drains that bank shot. Puts him up 15-13. He's making shots like that. I'm gonna think that he just let Evan show or come back on him to show him that he didn't really need that spot. I'm telling you, Mohammed, I'm agreeing with you. We're playing a little bit better now, and these shots that were catching points earlier start to go in, and this game could start to take a different tone. All right, another good break, but unfortunately it just comes up dry. Everything splits out very nicely. One ball's a little bit hidden. I've been pushing that one out to the bottom rail. We're going to go ahead and take this one. Does not want Evan to come back to the table. Brilliant shot. A little bit more cut than he wanted on the 3 ball, but if he makes that one, that cue ball is going to travel up table, which is exactly where he wants to be for that 4 ball on the side. Might even have to put a little bit of inside on it just to be careful of that top corner pocket. Depends on which part of this 3 ball he catches. Strokes that one in with no problem. Drifts up table, leaves himself a beautiful shot for that 4 ball. I think we have a new Samir coming in here. And of course, I jinx him like usual. I do it to everybody, it's not just him. Evan, open 4 ball, shot down table. He'll swing that one out. Ooh, catches the 8 ball. Still enough room to be able to go ahead and make that 5. They're going to have a little collision. Oh, and he plays another defense.
Oh my god. What are you doing to me, man?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
No, I'll charge a little less for that one since it's looked like it had an element of luck in it.
Oh man.
Oh, that was a really good try at that 6 ball, going 2 rails being that close to first rail. Gonna come back up with ball in hand. Very open table for him. Other than parking himself on the rail, really good shot there to getting back on that 10 ball. Puts it back within one game. 15-14, still Samir. Clears a 7 ball up in the top corner pocket. Himself a very makeable, or very hideable shot on the 1. And no reason to hide it if you can make every combo out there. But those cut shots, leaves him hooked behind the 2 ball. Minute there, it looked like Samir was going to get a good roll of his own. Having been a little stingy with the pool god's help. Drills that one, and if it stops, looks like it is. Two ball in the corner. Need to make sure that one either stops or goes to the bottom rail, comes back up the right distance. Yeah, 3 balls kind of tucked behind the 8 a little bit. Looks like you got enough on that one though. Very good job. My ball fits nicely into the side pocket, or whatever color that is. Himself a little angle to get from the 6 back down table for the 8. Doesn't want to get too straight on that one. No problem at all. Backed up over the 10 ball a bit, but got a better than average chance of making this one and popping back out for that 10 ball. And pretty good from there. Tie ball game, 15 all. So for most of you, I'm sure we'll be watching the Super Bowl this weekend. Of course, our local team, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, will be going against Kansas City. Not really a a true Bucks fan myself, but since that is the local team, I guess I'll take a short-term bandwagon, say go Bucks for all the people that's here, and for all the Kansas City fans that came down this week and brought in the cold weather. You can take that stuff back up north. Finally warmed up a little bit today, but Mir lining up for 110 combo, and that should have gone. That was a great shot.
Oh, in and out?
Does the Evan a little bit of a tough shot here. Oh, Evan was taking a shot at the 10 ball himself. And so we see another decision over here, and that 2 might fit by that corner, but sure looks pretty matched up to that 10 ball. It might have just been off by colors, probably the 1 and the 10, but 2 and 10, they both share pretty blue over there, so eyeballing that one up. Can't get unlucky twice. And once again, hit that one pretty well. Look at that at the rail up here, go straight into the 3 ball. Everything starts to open up.
So, almost 9. Tell me again.
For his little extra English to try to drag that one back over across, and unfortunately that cost him the shot. And saw that one just kind of bobble its way back out. That particular situation, I believe that was the English that carried that one back out. And like Evan gets another good roll, gets it behind the 4 ball. He's a smart shot there, trying to get the 9 ball in.
He was a fan.
2 ball again. I'm seeing defense, but seeing Evan shoot it, I'm not seeing defense anymore. And swings at that up table, and leaves Samir. Not too easy of a shot. It's definitely cuttable, but long way away.
Sushi.
Four ball drifts on down the table. We'll see if we can get down here. And well, it's kind of hard to see if 4 ball, actually, if I look over here on the side, then the 3 does pass by with no problems, but that's a really good shot to get on that 4. It just kind of bumped it in the wrong direction a little bit. That 9 ball is not there. I believe he takes a shot at it. But if he can catch that 9 ball full, that 10 ball could go. Looks like he's going to go ahead and take the cut, which is definitely the smarter shot. Just once again gets unlucky. The ball finds its way in the corner pocket. The 4 ball hangs in the corner pocket. It's got a little bit of a tester here. We see where that 5 ball is up table. Go ahead and plan on a bank shot. Does make the bank, but leaves himself a little bit tough on that 6 ball. He's once again an opening Samir to come back to the table. Placement of that 9 ball sure makes it a whole lot easier whenever it comes time to shoot that 7 ball. Really hits that one nice. Leaves himself very good shot for being able to kind of cut that 9 ball a little bit and just drift it down in front of the 10 ball. It's just to hit it softly. That's perfectly fine. That 10 ball should be no problems for him. Mir does take the lead one more time, but uses the entire pocket to do it.
Oh my God.
I was ready to bounce up.
Oh my God. All right, I gotta put pressure on you. Bring it, please. Bring it. What?
Marching around the table like he knows he's out already, and a lot of times that it's he's in that zone. And uh-oh, a little bit of an unfortunate bounce on that one. Tries to bank that one. Excuse me. Tries to bank that one back. Once again, leaving Samir with a tough cut as that 6 ball stays up on that short rail. Bad thing about this one, getting back on that 7, because he's already got a tough enough cut. That cue ball is going to definitely want to do some traveling. That's part of the problem is
Oh,
I wanted to use the little right English to try to help that cue ball stay back over on the other side, and just that little bit of squirt on it, or not eyeballing it quite correctly, and that can become a problem. Now, Bear should be liking this leaf. That should come off the 6-ball 2 rails, come back over nicely for that brown 7 we see on the left hand side, which will be the next shot. It's a little far down the table, but still very makeable shot for Samir up into this corner. Does need to be a little careful. He got a little straighter than he wants to, but it looks like he's got just enough angle to go ahead and send it into this bottom rail, the bottom short rail down here. Come back out and have a little angle on the 8-ball, but just needs to get it over to where it's makeable. Tries to cheat the pocket a little bit too much. I believe Evans' shot here is going to be a whole lot easier than what Mir's last shot was. Bends that around his 3rd rail. Leaves himself for a very makeable 8-ball. 1 rail should come back out. All 3 of these may end up in the same pocket. I've been taking an extra second with that one sitting on the rail like it was. I've been making quite a few balls down there. Cue ball makes it all the way back to the short rail. 1 ball stays out a little bit. Don't believe he's got a shot for the corner. Does have a shot for the 1 on the side. The 3-ball being down table might make that one a good option. Ooh, undercuts it just a hair. At the position on the 3-ball. Kind of catches that one a little bit on the side. Wanted to get back down there for the 3-ball, and it catches a little bit on the other side of center. Sends it up table. I think he's going to take that cut. Is he going to get lucky? He's going to leave a decent open hit on the 3-ball.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It was there in the pocket, right? You might
I
as well.
overcut that.
Somehow manages to overcut 3-ball, but that's all right. That's what 8-balls are for. Somehow find its way in a pocket. 3-ball goes next, lined up nicely on that 4-ball, going up there in the top corner.
Oh.
5-ball, he's taking a look. You do see that it goes down into that corner, but he may elect to go ahead and roll this one down, back down to mid-table. Get it back up into the same pocket. Apparently trying for the 9-ball in the side pocket. He really put a big stroke on that one. Advantage goes to Samir with that 5 sitting right by the side, looking around to see how he can get on the 6-ball, and even if he gets it back down to the top side of that table, 7 doesn't look too difficult to make up there. And runs it around for that combo. 6 into the 7.
Hey, you hit it good like me.
One in behind the other, and although it's sitting on the rail, definitely has a makeable shot on the 9. He doesn't have to roll it too hard down there. He just wants to hit it hard enough for it to come, I mean, even straight back out is fine. The natural momentum's actually going to drag it down a little bit. Didn't be a scratch shot or anything like that from there, so concentrate on making the 9-ball, and that 10-ball will be the reward. Not work out. Got a shot back up table.
Gotta come up with a shot here.
Come back.
Hit it.
No, how I?
That comes 4, 7 rails. No.
He's got that one kind of up pretty hard on that rail, so he makes a shot too hard if you try to jack up and stop it where it is. You could slow roll it. You're always going to want to naturally go a little bit more towards the center of the table. That 10-ball a little bit tougher. You're thinking that maybe just sticking that 9-ball down on this short rail towards the middle
Come on. Yes.
be an option.
Right, give us something.
Makes that 10-ball really tough.
Right?
Can you make
Thank you. I'm gonna Come on, baby. Come on. Khalid. Khalid, sit right there.
Samir gives them the best shot. Doesn't go in, gets a little bit of reward. At least Evan has to earn this one. He's pretty good at this back bank. But he still has to make it.
Puck is on your side.
And did not. How's he going to leave Samir? Is he going to find a pocket? Sure does. Samir gets this one, goes back in the lead again. 17-16. Samir needs 4. Evan needs 5.
The bank shot miss. Like it hit here.
Samir successfully pockets the ball on the break. Himself a cut on the 1 ball. Has to be a little careful, make sure he leaves himself open on the 2. It'll naturally come back across table. A little close to the rail, so he has to really bear down on this shot. And so letting it go a little bit loose. Want to get his jump cue. That's a long jump. So this is no easy hit here. That one's gonna have to travel and get down quick as it can in order to make a good hit on that 2. Exactly that. Makes a good hit. You're gonna get a reward out of it. I thought that 3 was gonna roll right in the way of it. Still doesn't leave a straight in shot for Evan. Might be about time for Evan to start looking for a defense again. Nah,
I saw it.
we'll just make it.
I saw it.
Ring game, baby.
Come on, baby.
It's a successful bounce for him. They're planning to separate these 2 out. Got a little bit to hide behind. Doesn't quite get there. 2 balls out in the open. Been trying to slow roll that 2-ball, and I don't see a whole lot of that. Play this one with just a little bit of left English would probably do just fine. Bottom left might be too much. Depends on if he wants to plan on that 4-ball going on the side or in the corner. Looks like he's going to go all the way back up for the side. Gives himself a nice angle. Draw over for the 6-ball or a little stop shot, but it just kind of drift over that direction. See the 6-ball on the far left or right hand side of the screen. Oh, catches the point. Otherwise, been pretty good. In the process, kind enough to hook Evan behind that 7. See if that jump cue comes back out again or decides to bend around it a bit. I know he's been messing a few shots today, but that one, I guess, just a touch too much. Makes a good hit. 4-ball goes flying around right in front of the pocket, waiting for Samir to run it out. He wants to cheat this pocket a little bit, make sure that cue ball hits one rail and comes back across. Does that very well. It doesn't want it to be too straight, so he's going to want to create a little bit of an angle here. Go ahead and roll it forward even if it goes all the way to the rail and back out. He needs a little bit of angle on that 7-ball so he can come back up for an 8. We see all the way up close to the spot. That's to draw it. Does exactly what he needs and at least gets a little bit of an angle. Different people hit this one different ways. I personally like going 2 rails forward. Some people do like to draw this one back and kind of stay on track with the shot on the 8-ball. Has to go ahead and run that one forward. Doesn't work out. Gets a great leave on the 8-ball, but gotta make that shot first. That 8-ball will actually go into either pocket left or right up there. That 10-ball is not in the way. And Evan's a long way away from that 8-ball. Trying that spot shot out doesn't exactly work out for him, and Mayor's gonna definitely have an opportunity here. 9-ball can go back up table with nothing more than a stop shot and leave him easy shot on the 10-ball. Yeah, just push that out of the way. I like that way actually a little bit better. Go ahead and play it to the bottom rail. Let it come back over. Just wants to get it, preferably as straight as he can on the 9-ball. Could even be a little bit on the right side of it, but track straight towards that 9 should be pretty good. Looks like he's changed and just going to use a little bit of a kill shot to kind of hold it. Gonna roll that one forward to get against the rail. Pops it back out a little bit. Should still be okay. Once again, just concentrate on making the shot. Center ball or even half tip below it. Leave's going to be built in. Nicely done. $18 points for Samir. Pretty good right now. Samir needs 3. Evan needs 5.
You're right.
Take 5.
All right, looks like we're gonna see a potential 2-10 combo here.
You're right, does it come?
Misses the combo, but does leave it a little bit difficult.
That'll work.
Damn, bro. Huh?
No. Gotta do something.
Huh? Yeah.
Evan making a nice 2-row shot there. Gets him back up for shot on that 5 ball on the side. Gives that 6-ball a good swing. Comes up a little bit short on that, but does leave that cue ball all the way up table.
Oh, dang, keep scratching.
I had a stretch and I miss it.
Samir missing an opportunity to go up by 4 and see if Evan can take advantage of this one. This is one that he kind of needs here. Very well done. Won't say he was bleeding, but he had a few scrapes and bruises going on, so he's going to bring that back within 1 game.
Oh.
I believe Samir is hoping to get a little bit of a lucky roll on that one, and Evan with an open shot on that 1 ball. And it looks like he's going to be lining up for that 10 ball. Gets jacked up over edge. Well, he was able to shoot beside it successfully. Makes that 10 ball tie ball game 18-18. Race to 3 now. Drills that one. Is he going to get a favorable bump? And of course he is. Why wouldn't he? Chuckle from both of them over there. Cool God shining down one more time for him.
Time to wake up. Stop fucking around.
We're walking back over, take a good look, see where he wants to be on that two ball. He's gonna have to find the right angle to make sure he gets back on 3. Draw shot back over. Looks like it's gonna be it. Little center ball or less, could put it right on the other side. There you go. Well done. He's just not going to get that roll that we just saw a moment ago. Time to find a hiding spot. Gonna get over there? Quite. Evan could actually trim this one. Get that cue ball back over there if he wanted to. That's to go ahead and cut it in. 6 ball can pose a little bit of an issue here. Look at it close. It almost looks like that 6 and 10 is wired up there. Tries to break it out. That going to head towards the corner pocket. Might as well have. That's a tough shot right there. He's calling for a 10 bank. Yes, defense out of Samir on this one. That one way up table. Once again, that is not an easy hit.
Ooh.
He's on 2 fouls. Take a look at that 7-10, see what it looks like. A little bit off. May be worth playing. We'll see if he decides to go back over where his hand is on the table right now and try to get onto that 7 ball. We're going from the 6 to that side of the 7, back up for the 8. See him doing exactly what he's pointing at right now and trying for that combo. Up going back over to the other side. Don't know if that was his original intentions or just hit it harder than expected. Nice shot and very nice speed there. He'll end up below, well, I guess from here above the 9 ball. Take any chance to miss in this one, just straight top English, just make the shot, let it roll straight down. Self, a little bit of a cut. Yikes. That is a horrible roll. And he definitely did not deserve that. Evan's just going to play this one inside, let that cue ball drift down. Pretty straight shot on the 10 ball. Evan's first one to the hill, and that's a dangerous place to be.
Right now, in the pocket. Huh?
Not a good time to have. I don't know. I mean,
Solid hit, but off to the side just a hair. When cue ball finds its way into corner pocket, if Mir's got a big run, now is definitely the time to pull that one out. Not the way you wanted to start off that run. Back down to be able to make a cut on that 2 ball. He's still got a few issues that are out there, so it may or may not be his last time at the table. Evan looks like he may have gotten hooked. Take a look over here. This one's definitely going to take some thought. We see that 7 and 9 ball that's sitting on the left-hand side kind of jammed up against each other. 7 really have a pocket. Go into the 2. Here's probably doing the right thing here and just taking a swing at the 10 ball. A little bit of a wild swing there. Nothing else falls in, so
I said I have to go, man.
oh yeah.
7-9 might be Evan's problem. Go in. Nope, it's going to hang at the pocket and still get a good roll out of it. And he might be able to see enough of it to make that one. Doing up like he does. Tries to actually play a rail first. Gets the breakout. Does not get the leave. Wow, really buries that one back there. Even he's laughing about it.
What he says to do.
Makes a hit on this one. We're just gonna dub that one the Swiss Army Evan shot. Holy crap. Holy crap. I don't even understand how he made that hit, but great shot. Have to take one more look while he's checking around the table here. Skims the side of that 3-ball. Now this table's starting to look a little bit more open. Backs back a little bit. Still leaves him an open shot for the corner. Probably come across table a couple of times. That's to try to cut it. That's not an easy shot for Samir. He's really got to cut that one thin from where that cue ball is sitting. Just a bit unfortunate there. Is that 6-ball go? This might be all she wrote. Decided enough is enough. And ball down, 21-18 for Mr. Evan on. Recovers from the spot that he originally gave to Samir. But definitely kept it very close all the way through. So hats off to Samir for his shooting in that match. An absolute great job. Nice match from both of them. Hope to see him again. I know Evan's getting ready to go out of town, so we probably won't see him for a little bit. He says he's retiring, but he'll be back. He can't stay away from this game. So thank you everyone, both Facebook and YouTube, for tuning in. We had some really good views on both. Always appreciate it. We've got some more matches coming up this weekend. I'll get the flyers out for those as soon as possible. And I hope to see you then. Have safe, enjoy the Super Bowl, and we'll see you as soon as we can.
Oh, that.
No.
Yeah.
I was 1816. That would be nice.
That was huge.
You make